Warning, this podcast contains a scarecrow.
Not as clever as you normally are.
No.
You didn't think about that ahead of time. He is a liar.
He usually doesn't think of it.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Once Upon a Time, Season 5, Episode 16, Our Decay. I'm your host, Dom. Sitting with me, Kate.
Hi.
Over there is Nikki, Clio, and Rachel.
Hello.
How's it going?
Going good? Move
Good.
around while you point things.
You're gonna move around? Okay. So, what did you guys think of this episode?
It was really weird.
It was.
It was
I
intense.
feel very confused after this episode.
Why?
My feelings were confused.
My feelings were confused too. No,
As soon as Hades started talking about all that love bullshit, I'm like, oh, he's stringing her along. He's totally playing her. This is so stupid and cheesy and dumb. And then, like, he's still on it. Like, he's still like, I love you. And I'm like, just, why do I have, like, the feeling he just feels like, it feels really weird.
It feels disingenuous.
Long con is what it is.
God.
I think it's real.
I had the
There's
same
no
feeling.
if it's real, that's fucking stupid.
But
No,
every
mean,
single thing here has been done with true love, and
if it's real though, like, and him and Zelina actually get together, like, think of the quite literal hell they could raise.
I mean, yeah.
But when he become, I don't know. It's not like he said, like, if he did, he'd become human.
He'd become a fully formed man.
Yeah.
so
What that
he
means.
wouldn't be a god anymore. Yeah.
But it's way too convenient for me that he would explain the thing about true love's kiss and then be like, I'm instantly in love with you.
See, I felt the same way, Cleo, but then
that was a flashback.
Yeah, that was all in the flashback and everything.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
and then when it caught up and we have Hades going, look, I created this whole underworld in the image of Storybrooke, everything that your sister had, because I made it for you. I wanted you to have this.
I don't buy it.
That's when I was like,
Any
because
of
this whole time I've been like, why does the underworld look like Storybrooke? If this is supposed to be a representation of, like, hell of wherever they're living, it should look more like the Enchanted Forest.
You know, see, I could agree with it being Storybrooke and a Decayed Storybook because of the fact that that is where they have spent the last 28 years of their life.
Right, but how long
I don't
ago
know,
was
I
the
don't know.
underworld made?
Was it like 30 years? What are we at, like 32 years
He
now?
changes the desktop every couple of decades.
Yeah, exactly. So it just seemed like that. I was like, I don't understand why this place looks like Storybrooke, and this made sense to me. This actually put it into
made
context.
sense, but at the same time, it feels weird. But I don't know. It's like you can go either way. It's like you want it. It feels weird, and you have your guard up. But at the same time, you're like, this could possibly be a very interesting twist to this whole thing.
Maybe I'm just cynical and want Zelina to burn and never be happy.
That's I'm conflicted.
Yeah.
Oh! Look how quickly all of you are conflicted when you.
No, I'm not. I'm not
just
conflicted.
saying. I seem to remember because this whole started Zelina, where I was like, oh, Zelina could be redeemed. This was just before the Rumple
This is a
incident.
redemption,
This
though.
was before the Rumple incident, and you're all like, oh, there's no way she'll ever change. Nope. And I was
She's
like,
not
but
going
she's
to.
got a baby,
What I was
and you're
saying
like,
at the
nope.
beginning was that I didn't think she'd do what needed to be done to deserve, to have her baby, but she's done it. She's given it back in good faith to Rumple. Oh my God, to Robin.
We'll get there.
Although, Regina's explanation of, like, and I thought this was really well done, like, her character development could also play into effect of Zelina changing her tone, I guess, because if you think about it, Regina explained it herself. She was the most hated person in the Enchanted Forest.
She's like, I was just like you.
And now her enemies are her family.
Because I remember when this whole discussion came up, when the majority of us, because you weren't here for that, but when we had it, and I was like, but Regina changed because of Henry. And I was like, Zelina's baby is going to do the same thing for her. And everybody jumped down my throats and they were like, no, absolutely not. And I was like, just wait, let it happen.
No, she only gave the baby back to Robin when she realized that she couldn't protect her. She took the baby from Belle.
Yeah. Well, how would you like somebody stealing your child from you?
And then...
But it's like taking a baby away from a mentally ill mother. Like, that's kind of what it is.
Look, I mean, hello, she threw her necklace at them as her last ditch effort to get away from them. Yeah. Here, have my jewelry instead of my baby. It's just like, what the hell? She is mentally ill.
Oh, she's nuts.
She was coming around, and then Hades started messing with her brain again. And
yeah.
But my big question with Hades is he just a season villain, or is he gonna be around for a while?
I mean, we thought Zelina was a season villain, and she quote unquote died.
She's back 2 seasons later.
She didn't really. Oh. She crumbled.
A lot of people have died.
Quote unquote died.
Yeah. I don't know. I know. I guess like in my heart of hearts, I kind of want them to. And then just get stuck there, and they can't go anywhere else. Just they're together in the underworld, and they can't go anywhere. Well, so we know where they are in a nice little tidy box.
Well, what do you guys think would happen if Zelina and Hades fell in love and got the kiss?
He wouldn't be a god anymore. He couldn't reign over the underworld. He would have
the
to
underworld
move.
even exist? Is it tied to him? We don't really know.
Well, we don't know if he's even telling the truth.
That's true too.
Exactly.
Because he goes on about true love will make him a man, but then he's like, I can go to Olympus and take over my brother. And it's like, well, if you're a mortal man, how are you going to do that?
Well, no, that was before there was only 2 ways to do it. Either take the time travel spell, go back, and kick his brother downstairs, while he takes over Olympus, or there's the true love. There was 2. They're 2 separate.
Look at it, Jacob and Chad. I agree with Dom for once.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's 2 different options. So he never thought of the first one because his brother stopped his heart and stopped him from feeling and stopped him from caring. So therefore, he has no feelings to care about.
Right.
I think in the beginning, in the flashback, it was a con to get Zelina to help him.
Yeah.
So he could steal
until they got on the bike together.
And then they got on the bicycle, and that I was like, what is going on? And then
is that really how it works? Is it that easy? Just get on a fucking bike?
But it
Clearly.
was too. It was too.
Touched his groin.
I need to ride my bicycle.
That's what it was. You had a boner. That's not true love.
Huh.
Is that how it works with Nundum? If we touch the wiener, do you guys fall in love?
Let's do an experiment. Let's just go around town touching wieners and see what happens.
Have fun with that.
Oh my god! Because
I'm just gonna say I've never ridden a bicycle and gotten a yep.
Got a boner.
Yeah. It's never happened.
I feel like that would be uncomfortable.
Probably.
Welcome to the Once Upon a Time BS show.
Jeez.
We're all adults.
I need an adult.
I'm not sure of that.
I need an adult that's more of an adult than I am.
I need an adultier adult.
But what I thought was cool. I thought was cool from this was seeing her trying to do this time travel spell. For the first time, and we're seeing her take the Scarecrow's brain, and that leads me to go, where's the Tin Man? Where's the Cowardly Lion? Because we saw when she perfected the time travel spell, she got Rumple's brain, and the courage from David's sword, and I forget where the heart was. It whose heart was it? I don't remember. Is it Regina's heart?
Yeah, it was Regina's heart. She took the heart from Robin.
Yes.
Yeah. So, those 3 ingredients is what made up the time travel spell. So clearly, her going now and getting the Scarecrow, and she's going to end up with the Tin Man and the Lion at some point. Whether or not we see that or not is another story, but to craft the first version of this spell that's going to fail, because clearly it had to have failed, because we've already seen it succeed later on down the road for the first time. So I know in 2 weeks, I believe the episode title is called Ruby Slippers, so we're probably going to go back.
Which is kind of funny because
we already have the silver shoes. Yeah.
Silver, which were originally what they were in the.
And that's also the episode where Ruby and Mulan come back.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
maybe.
in the book, they're originally silver, but they changed them because they wanted to do the whole Technicolor.
Look at that face.
She's so happy. I just gave her the best news in the world.
I think she's more happy.
I miss Mulan so much.
I think she's more happy than Clio. She looks more happy than Clio right now. And Clio is the biggest Mulan chipper.
I am.
So.
I should Mulan with anyone. I just want. But like, I just need my baby girl to be happy.
Plus with Ruby, like Ruby was so enthralling in season 1, and then she was just like this background character. So like, I want her to come back and like be like a center character for. I mean, even if it's just like a couple of episodes, you know, find out more about her eating her ex-boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to say we know she doesn't have a good track record with men, so we'll see how she fares with women.
Yeah.
I could totally ship Ruby and Mulan. I'm okay with that one.
Yeah. We did get some more information about Dorothy, which I didn't think we were ever going to see again, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, and it was also to see like an adult Dorothy too.
Yeah.
She's a badass.
She really is a badass.
Because in the novels, Dorothy goes to Oz a few times, and you know that's kind of the way that they went with this story here is they sent her back home the first time, and Zelena was shocked to see her again when she came in to rescue the Scarecrow.
So this must be the first time she came back.
Yeah, because Zelena was shocked that she was there. So, yeah.
The biggest
Scarecrow was tinier than I thought he would be.
Yeah, that was actually just fun. He was way more animated than I thought they would make him.
He is just weird. I
thought they would make him look more like an actual like scarecrow.
I don't know how I feel about him.
The reason why I think they went away from a physical person costume Scarecrow is we've already kind of seen that in the live action Wizard of Oz. Mm-hmm. So I think they kind of went for a different route for something we haven't seen before. That's what I'm thinking.
As long as they don't do anything from Return to Oz, that movie was so scary.
Was it actually scary?
It's like freakish scary.
Oh.
Was it scarier than the Great and Powerful Oz?
That wasn't
it's like,
scary. That was just
like
amazing.
Weird kind of. Oh, why am I watching this scary?
Yeah.
If you can find it, go watch it.
It's
It's pretty
movie.
interesting.
Mila Kunis in black leather can never be scary.
She scared me.
That's just phenomenal. Anyways, Belle.
Yes.
Jacob in chat says Ruby and Mulan go to Oz and we get another spin-off. That would be great.
Yes, please.
Can
You
we
know
just
what? It
bring
better
back Wonderland
last
first?
because Wonderland didn't last. So
Wonderland, I liked Wonderland. It was nice. It was contained. It had closure, and they moved on.
Can we spill it over into this show, please?
They already tried bringing the Knave of Hearts in.
the Knave was a stupid character. We're talking about Alice and the Rabbit and characters that actually freaking matter, like Jafar.
The Knave was awesome. They just didn't do anything with it.
I know.
The Knave was the
And
best.
Jafar was in a itty bitty living space.
He was the
I'm
best
saying
character
he was
on
useless
Wonderland.
in Once Upon a Time.
Yeah,
He was
I
a
agree.
really good character in Wonderland.
But they don't need Wonderland to bring Jafar back. They sent the lamp. Didn't they wish the lamp away to the furthest point it could be?
Yeah, it could be anywhere.
But
it could be in Oz for all we know right now.
It could be in another realm that you can get to with the hat.
Could be in the underworld.
That would actually make sense.
That's literally the furthest you can get.
He's
I
an
guess,
evil
that's
sorcerer.
true.
That would make complete
really.
sense for him to be in in Hades' pocket.
You could send it to Alderaan.
Where millions of voices were suddenly cried out in terror.
And then we're
Snuffed out.
Suddenly silenced.
I still have this like mind blowing thing going on with Belle and finding out, not Rumple just kind of like being like, oh, so by the way, you're pregnant.
Mm.
I love power too much to give it up.
But see, here's the thing. This was the most Rumpel has ever been honest with not only himself, but to Belle. This is the most honest he's ever been in his life.
He became the Dark One again once his heart was already clear.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to take a while to fill it up with that evil shit again.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's not just going to keel over and die as fast this time. So, he's got a couple of centuries of wreaking hell.
Well, and also what I felt kind of weird is that Belle's mad at him for making this deal about. It's like he didn't even know you.
Yeah, I mean,
she still has a child that she can't have. Though.
I know, but she was mad at him. It's like, he didn't know.
I understand from Belle's point of view. I go you look at it from Belle, and it's like it's a really shitty position to be in. You're not gonna be happy about it. So the only other option to be is mad.
I mean, she could be mad, but mad at him for doing something that
I think she's more mad
hundreds of years before he even met her.
I think she's more
and
mad.
He thought it was null and void.
That all of a sudden it's like he's like, by the way, so you're pregnant. I still love power, and so by the way, I'm still the Dark One, and on top of this, cake of awesomeness. You technically can't keep that child until Hades says it's okay.
Yeah.
I think she's more pissed that he lied to her about being the Dark One and his love of power consumed him so much. Mm. But I see his point that she fell in love with the man and the beast. I do agree with him there.
She fell in love with
him. Do you guys think that Belle secretly loves Bad Boy Rumpel?
Of course she does.
Who doesn't?
But if she knows what's good for her, get out. Out.
I mean, come on now. She can't. I mean,
if she knew it's good for her, she would have gotten out when he was the beast.
Right, but she fell in love with that. She fell in love with the bad boy. I'm sorry. And if he somehow did go back to the way he was before she wouldn't stay with him.
No.
I am back in the mansion, in Rumpel's mansion. When she was working for him, she was, getting glimpses of the person that he was. And that's what she was falling in love with. But since then, it really is just her giving it up for the bad guy. She's just not, there's no more, trying to drag the good guy out. It's just accepting it because she thinks he's changed.
With Rumpel, you have to love the good with the bad. And if you can't, then you need to, move on.
Well, I think that's...
you're pregnant with his child, so maybe it's a little too late for you.
Yeah, but I think at the same time...
Your legs closed.
I think at the same time, she'll accept him for the man and the beast in the end because she is such a true believer in true love and that it's out there and that anyone can have love that she's going to be like, all right, you're a terrible person, but you're a great man. And
do we know that they have true love? Do we know that?
Do we know?
Belle and Rumpel, they had it. I don't know if they still do. That's the question.
It did the whole magic whooshy kiss thing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it is a whooshy thing.
Yeah, no, that was when they were dancing to the Tale as Old as Time song.
Oh, I loved that scene.
And then we even saw it. We even saw it back in season 2, I think it was, when she kissed him when he was the Dark One in the full makeup and everything. And when she kissed him, it started taking the power, the magic off of him. Mm-hmm. It almost broke the curse of the Dark One.
Yeah, when she was first in his castle.
So they definitely have had true love. It's a different story if they still have it right now. They have some things to work out.
They got some things to work out.
Sally Noble in chat says, "I don't care if Rumpel did tell her the truth now. I still don't like him."
Yeah,
I love him because he is so evil.
But
I just can't.
I really liked his explanation. It's like, even before I had power, I craved power. Mm-hmm. So he's always been this way. Always.
He really has. I mean, if you do look back at some of the other episodes, and it might be a good thing for us to go back and watch seasons 1 and 2 and do that thing. But he always has. I mean, even when he talks about going into the ogre wars, he wish he had power to not be there, to be more powerful, to be the hero. He always craved that power, the limelight, to be a center of attention.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why he was the White Knight, and that one time Henry was back in the Enchanted Forest. Was that like an alternate thing, or
that was the writer doing his?
Yeah, that was the author's
writing everyone's
villain
happy ending.
Yeah, the villain book.
That was Evil Snow White, which was amazing.
Yes, I agree. Evil Snow was awesome.
And then Jacob Salazar in chat says, I hated Rumple in this moment. He's essentially telling Belle how she feels. He is saying, you don't know how you feel. I know how you feel, because I know you better than you. I am the Dark One, and you love me. Not only can you accept that, but you should, and you will. I find that extremely arrogant and very manipulative on Rumple's part. I will agree that it is arrogant, but I disagree that it is manipulative.
Because past behavior dictates, your future behavior. It kind of will, and she has accepted the dark part of him, and she has accepted him for it, and she has loved him, and all this. So, what makes him think
her
that
being
she
in love
won't do
with
it
him?
again?
Her being in love with him when he's been evil hasn't been her accepting the darkness. It's been her accepting there's a person under there.
Right.
I think she's gonna have to.
She's never accepted the darkness.
I think she's gonna have to learn to either accept both, because I mean she's carrying the spawn of the Dark One. And we've seen spawns of darkness before.
Or did they have sex and she get pregnant before he became the Dark One?
It might not matter.
I think it's not going to matter either way, because he's always been manipulative, he's always been power hungry, and he's always kind of been a dick.
Is their baby going to be some repercussions because he was the Dark One? But I think they might, because he turned the Dark One right before they went to the underworld, so he had no time to screw her.
Well,
so it
doesn't matter. His name is still Rumpelstiltskin, no matter if he's the Dark One or man. He's still.
It was
Rumple.
only a hot second where he was not the Dark One. Let's just get that out.
Yeah,
of it.
It was literally half a season.
Yeah.
I know, but still,
That was like 4 weeks in Fairy Tale.
It could make a difference. You don't know. I'm just saying.
And he is, as far as we know, based on the story of when they went into the Dark Ones, he's the longest reigning Dark One in the history of Dark
By
Ones.
a huge ass margin.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Years.
It's not even close.
It's like 900 and something years.
Yeah, out of the 1,000 years or so that the Dark Ones have existed, he's been there for at least the high 800s, if not 900s.
Yeah, I would say that even if he wasn't the Dark One, his genetic code is still Dark
His genetic code is
and then we've seen how many Dark Ones there were when the fairy, we saw them all, like
that was awesome.
What was it, the finale?
There was like 12 or 13, yeah.
The mid-season finale.
Didn't last very long.
Yeah.
No.
So, I'm gonna try to go up through chat real quick and get some of these questions.
You can't ship Bill and Gaston. Gaston's dead.
Well, he's
so are a lot of them. We're in the underworld.
they're in the underworld, so it could happen. So Jacob,
we gonna see him?
We're gonna see him next episode.
Yeah, we are.
Next episode, we're gonna see Gaston.
They changed the actor.
Did they?
They did.
Yeah.
Is he more handsome? Because the last Gaston
He's more
was
Gaston looking.
Okay,
I
so
wouldn't say he's more handsome. He looks more like Gaston.
I have a feeling that they're gonna explain it, if not in this episode, eventually. All right, so I'm gonna start at the top here and go through. We still have a couple things to cover, but I want to go through and grab some of the major things.
Hades and Zelena, I think it started off as a con because she was after the same thing he was after. Mm-hmm. She wanted to go back in time to stop her mom giving her up, which would stop her mom probably from having Regina or even picking Regina over her. And he wanted the same thing. He wanted to go back and boot his little brother out of, Mount Olympus kind of thing.
Don't forget Zeus is the younger brother.
Well,
yeah.
Danielle wants to know if do you think Hades is going to do the time travel spell?
I think he will be successful, yes.
I don't know if he will.
But here's the thing.
I think he's going to get to the very tippy point because the one of the main ingredients is the innocence of something, and the only
He's not
thing
gonna be able
that
to do it.
because of the baby.
Yeah, he's
I
not
mean,
gonna be
that's
able to
why
do
the
it.
baby's there. I mean, he's not
Or
gonna admit it, but that's why the baby's there. He's like saying, "Oh, I wanted to get it here to protect it from all of your, you know, your evil sister." I
Oh,
don't think
sure.
I don't think that's it at all. I think
No, it's
he wants
definitely
the
not
baby.
why.
Full of shit.
He didn't even know
And you know
Zelina
what?
was around, you know,
No.
at the time. Nobody knew. Rumpel didn't even know. So
No.
that's
You know
where I think that Hades is more interested in deceiving her.
Mhm.
I this episode, Robin was very, very smart.
Mhm.
He didn't name the baby because he's like
Yeah.
Hades has of taking people's names.
He has
Mhm.
power over names.
So
Names on the
it's
tombstone.
very,
Eve.
very smart of him not to name the baby.
Yeah.
Why would you name your baby?
Jacob
anyways?
brings up a good point. He says, "Isn't the whole message of Beauty and the Beast that beauty lies within the inside of
Yeah,
accepting
and
the
Rumpel's
beast?"
really fucking ugly on the inside.
Yeah. So that's
He's
that's
kind
a,
of
that's a good point.
twisted.
Yeah.
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 I know we didn't see a lot of Belle and Snow and Prince Charming in this episode. I kind of liked the allusions that were made to.
I like the phone booth.
I did. I liked that, and I liked the fact Henry is so angsty, and I kind of love him for it.
Yes.
Well, he's becoming a teenager.
He is a teenager.
Well,
And that's
he's
teenager
he's
in the
just
underworld.
adorable.
I don't want to
First
know
off.
what he's doing up in his room. I don't want to.
Well, you know
He's
what?
writing. And going into trances.
He's holding the magic pen, all right.
You're a
He's
terrible
drawing
person.
He's a teenager.
He's drawing porn upstairs.
But
At
at
times,
the same
like that.
time,
He's writing his own fanfic.
You're so weird. Oh my god.
Having
I
an
like-
11-year-old and going through the preteen things, I am not looking forward to it.
You poor
So
soul. You poor unfortunate soul.
Nikki's going through it too.
Yep.
Our daughters are like less than a year apart.
So
Yeah.
Daniela
Yeah,
wants to
5
know,
to 10
shows what are our opinions of Zelina after this episode?
I think I already voiced mine that, you know, I
still don't
wouldn't
like her.
care if she died.
I think
Wow.
she's fighting in herself.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
Between-
conflicted.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. And Hades is not helping, and I hope like she just like sticks it to him.
Well, I mean, she's conflicted in herself too. She's like, you know, I think she does feel something for Hades, but she's just like, no. She's so much into her hate for Regina and her mom that it's
In her
It's
head, she feels
overriding
like she
everything.
has no room to love anybody else but
Yeah.
her baby.
Mm-hmm.
she can't love.
I don't think because she has spent such a long time on vengeance. I mean, longer than Regina did on vengeance, if you think about it. But at the same time, I don't think she's going to make the same choices as Regina to become a better person for herself, for her daughter. I think it's going to drive her to be more vindictive, to search for more reason to fight against them.
See, I think it's going to come to be that, yeah, she kind of, like, rejected Hades for the time being, but, you know, he's like, oh, I made this all for you, and by the way, your birthday is April 15th, and that was kind of a big deal, because she never knew her birthday kind of thing, so it's kind of like, oh, maybe,
It's tax day.
maybe, yeah,
I would have been so much more excited if they actually aired this episode on her birthday.
right?
Yeah.
And it's
yeah,
more
15th
it's
is
more of
Friday.
mainly, hey, he's been thinking about me this whole time, so that's kind of like now in her thoughts, and she's like, maybe I should give him a chance. I think
But
she's going to give him a chance, and I think it's gonna blow up in her face. So
Oh,
I think
so too.
I think inevitably she is gonna have to turn to, as Daniela puts it in chat, I think she's gonna have to turn to the Storybrooke heroes to help them. I don't think it's gonna be that she's gonna betray them. I think she's gonna go full out waging war against them to start like now, like starting next episode, and then
Well, I think
have to suck up to them in the end. You know.
the writers, I think, me personally, missed a big thing. There could have been, knowing that Cora was down here, they missed this whole big thing where they could have had both daughters and the mother together.
I mean, this season's not over yet for a while, so
Oh,
that
yeah,
could still
and that's-
happen.
He turned Cora back into the Miller's daughter,
Right.
So who knows where she is right now? But that
He didn't send her to hell. She didn't.
Oh, you're
she
right.
didn't redeem herself.
She just walked off.
So
Just
she's
walked
still
up.
around.
Yeah.
They can still do it.
Having those three together and actually maybe talking about it, or even the fight or something. I want to see that.
Well, I think having Cora be the Miller's daughter again is going to help her get to that place to be able to talk to Zelena and connect more, because that's more of who Zelena, in her visions and her spells and stuff, saw her as.
Well, yeah, and I mean, she only got part of the story. Maybe what if there was another reason why she left? She left Zelena. Maybe there was not just because she wanted to get ahead. Maybe, I mean, I'm pretty sure that was part of it because Cora's pretty much of a bitch. But maybe there was another reason. Maybe she knew she couldn't raise her, or she couldn't love her the way she needed to be loved, or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the
we knew-
flashback, okay.
We knew that Cora has a heart, and she told, when she got her heart back, and she just kind of went melty all over everything else.
So we've seen like flashbacks, and like whenever somebody gives up their child, it's to give them, the child, the best chance. We see the flashback with Rose McGowan as Cora, and she says, "I'm giving you up for my best chance."
Right.
Yeah.
So Cora did give up Zelena because she wanted to work on herself. She didn't want to deal with having a child because she wanted to be up in the world.
Right.
Well, it's probably because she wasn't fit to be mom. She knew she wasn't fit to be a mother, too. I mean,
She wanted to be royalty.
I think a lot of it was more on the fact that Zelena's essentially a bastard child.
she was the product of
The
gardener.
Gardner. I know.
At
But I
Snow's
think
father's
in a certain
castle.
point, I think actually Cora actually loved this guy, and
I think she
betrayed the
deluded
fuck out of
herself
her.
that
The
she
thing
loved
is-
him.
Well,
There's
'cause
that
She
because
really only
she
knew
thought he was a
him.
prince.
Yes. If
She
we
only
go
knew
back,
him for like 2 days.
the tavern he was in, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm a prince," and she's like, "Well, if you need company tonight by your bedside." It was really her being
Yeah.
like, "Oh, he's a prince. I'm gonna get in his pants, and he's gonna take me home, and I'm gonna be
Hells yeah.
royalty."
Yeah.
That's exactly her train
Because
of
that's
thought.
what she always wanted. She
Yeah.
always wanted to elevate. And
She's
she
a
even
whore.
said to him, before she knew he was a prince, that I need to dress and act the way that I want to be treated, because that's how you move up in society. You know, not in those exact words, but
Just for the job you want, not for the job you have.
more
Yeah.
or less.
Just in fairy tale times. So
And I think
convert
so.
that with rum.
With rum.
Rum makes things a
I
lot.
only have a little whiskey left.
It really does. Why is the
Why
rum?
is the rum
Oh,
gone?
it's
I'd like to
gone.
know-
Because I
also
drank
like
it.
to know what happened to Zelena's father. Is he dead? Is he down there in the underworld? What's going on?
Well, I mean, if he's dead, yeah, he'd be in the underworld. I don't think he'd be able to find peace.
I don't know.
Probably.
He ran away. I don't think he ever died.
I
don't
think
know.
it would
We
be
don't know.
really, really
I
interesting.
know he's a
character
minor
development.
character, but that would be kind of fun to kind of go down that avenue.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
I would still think that would be hilarious for Hades to just be like, so this is the man that impregnated your mother. I killed him for you.
Jacob gets me every
He's
time we do a podcast. I can't
What?
even.
Jacob, still no James yet. I'm hoping David and James meet and they actually become best friends and hug it out and cry in each other's arms. And god damn it, I want two siblings to try not to kill each other.
I love the
Well,
siblings
I mean,
trying
I
to kill
always
each other.
want two
Family is the
siblings.
bloodiest
Oh, yeah, no,
war.
you're right.
Well, I mean, they are the two probably that could possibly let's say, kiss and make up.
Trying to
I don't
kill
want
me.
that to happen. That'd be really kind of gross. Because, I mean, granted, he hates David, but he hates David for something that his mother did, and David had no control over it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the same thing with Zelena. Zelena hates Regina because of something their mother did. So,
Well,
eh.
she hates his mom just as much, but
Well,
James never
still.
seemed to hate his mom.
I'd
So.
be interested in seeing James and Zelena get along.
I just want to
I
see
wanna see
James
Jack-
living in his giant
What the hell's
peach.
Jacqueline?
Oh my god, you're so weird.
Where's Jack?
That's a good question.
Can
I wanna
somebody
see him.
screenshot that face Cleo just made at me and make it like...
I make that face at you on a daily basis.
I know, but I need it in like wallpaper form so I can just put it on the back of my computer
God.
and just see it all the time.
Now, I want to see Jacqueline. I want to see her get pissed off at David thinking it's James.
That would be phenomenal. That would be so hilarious.
Killed by a giant. Come on now. He said, "Bye, bitch," and let her after he'd done screwing her. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of who James was, though. James was just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm done with you. Here, you're gonna die now.
I mean, just like, Corella was all over David, knowing it was David and not
Oh,
James.
that was so funny.
Pretending that
That
it was
was
James, even though she knew it was David.
David pretending
Yeah.
it was James.
Oh, couldn't you just pretend a little longer?
She was pretending that David was James,
pretending
to be James. Wait. David pretending to be
I think
James.
we need to go deeper.
Pretending to be David pretending to be James.
There's a lot of Inception going on right now.
Well, yeah, I mean,
We have to
I
go.
could-
Yeah, we have to go deeper.
We have to go deeper.
Bring back these little characters that were so interesting. Really, they really were, but they didn't really do anything with. And it was because it was interesting that they turned Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk into a female, which was amazing.
See, is
Well, it's the same thing where they changed Merlin's race. He's always been an old, scraggly white man, and
Right.
they
Yeah.
made him a fabulous colored man that I want to hug with all my
super
being.
young too.
That's
Yes,
adorable.
super
Yeah.
young.
Well, not
So-
actually young, but looking young.
Yes, yes. But like,
Fabulous.
it was an amazing casting choice. Artistic. It was beautiful. I love all the changes and twists that they do with this show.
Mhm.
It makes it so much more interesting.
Mm-hmm. And like we even got a little bit new kind of information about Oz, not only with the Scarecrow, but we had the Munchkins, which was kind of nice to see Munchkins in Oz that we haven't seen every other time that we've been to Oz. So.
Are we gonna see the?
I like the
Lollipop
fact she
Guild
was
next?
sweeping up the munchkin with her broom.
Yeah, that was so funny.
It was cracked me
Just
up.
like
She's
nonchalant too. She's
Just
like,
starts
"Doo,
sweeping
doo,
'em
doo,
up."
doo, 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 doo."
At least we know she keeps her house clean.
It was in the middle of her like talking too, like, and they
Yeah,
didn't like zoom in or anything to like draw attention to it. It was like a
She just
full
does it.
pulled back, wide shot of her just talking and sweeping. So if you weren't completely paying attention, you would have missed that.
Yep.
And it was great.
It was funny.
So I feel like James went to Cruella, and after they did the thing, he just
The
cries in her boobs, complaining about his mother didn't want him, and his father abused him. I want that scene, please. I don't think we're gonna see that, Jake.
I don't want that.
You can imagine it in your mind space.
Not only did he imagine it in his mind space, but he forcefully made us imagine it. Thank you.
dare you.
Thank you for that forceful. I've just been mind raped.
delete.
Yeah.
I need mind bleach.
If you guys ever saw Liar Liar with Jim Carrey, deleted. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna go back through chat and get some of the questions that we missed. I hope Robin and Zelina's daughter would be called Rosaline or Giselle. It's kind of interesting
Ooh, I would
that
love it if she was called Giselle.
it's kind of interesting that the baby does not have a name yet.
Yeah.
Well, like
I
like
like-
Rachel said, that Robin's being smart because of the underworld.
I also like
But
that
before
Robin.
when he told her, he was like, "I'm trying to get to know her."
Yeah, I like that explanation. Like, I don't know our daughter yet. I want to get to know her before I name her, because when he was growing up, it's like what we do nowadays with animals. We learn their personality before we give them a name.
Yeah.
You don't give them some weird
That
two
question.
name matched up together.
Like Dominic.
That question was by Daniela. Thank you.
welcome.
Let's see.
There's some names out there I wish that their parents would have thought before giving the kids that name.
Mm.
Yeah.
I knew a kid named Theodore Bear.
But Theodore's a chipmunk.
His name was Teddy Bear.
Teddy bear.
Oh Jesus Christ! Why?
Parents are awful.
Well, I legit have a cousin named Charlie, and his last name is Brown.
No way.
One of my favorite NASCAR drivers' initials are KKK.
Oh no,
Ooh.
that's not. No.
No.
That's brutal. Danielle also wants to know what are your thoughts on Regina's hope speech to Zelina? I thought it was awesome. I love her.
I loved it.
I like Regina's character development. I think I think they're doing a very good job with her, because you can see it in her demeanor overall, not just when she's talking about it, but you can see that, like, she is a person. She's dressing more like a hero and less like a villain.
I've loved her from the very first episode that this series ever aired.
She was a very good villain.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty.
She's a very
I like her in the middle, where she's
character.
just like this untamable ball of sass.
Yeah.
She
She
even
still
when she's
is
being
sassy.
nice. She's
No, I
still
know,
being
that's-
sassy.
That's what I mean.
Love her.
I
think-
liked her more evil, but I don't dislike her how she is now.
I like
agree.
when we get flashbacks and she's just dressed like the evil queen, and every once in a while I'm just like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, she's
Her
back.
clothes were phenomenal. Those outfits she wore were amazing.
I want
Yeah.
all of them.
So do I. I want all of them. They're not gonna sit in my closet either. I will walk down the street in those fucking dresses and her suits and everything. I don't give a
Hells
crap
yeah.
if
I
people
will
stare.
join you. I will
the
join you
corset
in that.
with the tails, and then she has the leather pants and the boots, and I'm just like, oh my god.
With the
I would
crazy
wear
ass
that shit.
hairstyles with the
Oh,
little
yeah.
crowns and shit.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wear that
You
all
gotta
day
get the
long.
hair, the ponytail extension that comes out of the top of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, my hair's not long enough for that, but
Jacob wanted to comment, in the original myth, Hades is actually the older sibling.
You
Yeah.
mentioned that.
So,
In which myth?
the original.
yeah, no. In the original
Greek myth.
stories, Hades is the oldest of the three
Oh,
brothers. It was Hades, Poseidon, and then
Yeah.
it was Zeus. Zeus was actually the youngest of all the Olympians.
Yeah.
This
So-
one, he
Well-
mentions his older brother, Zeus.
And he's
so.
the favorite, and he goes around spreading his seed all over.
Well,
Oh,
here's
yeah.
the thing. The
He
reason that he was the youngest and he was the hero is because he was his father, their father was afraid that his children would take over.
Mhm.
So he would swallow them whole.
He ate them,
They
and
were
Yeah, he ate them when they were
delicious.
born. But the
No,
mother
no.
finally hid Zeus, the last one, from him.
yeah,
And the father was a fucking idiot and ate a rock, thought he ate his son.
yeah.
So that,
Kronos was
not
not
even
the
sure- I'm
most
not making that
intelligent
up.
Who's that
Titan.
freaking chicken?
I'm not making that up.
I
No,
know.
you're not, because I
you're
know that is
completely accurate.
actually
Yeah, that's
yeah.
it.
No, I remember that, but it still makes my brain hurt. Because he ate a rock. Like, was he not
he's a
chewing his
chicken.
children? Was he swallowing
No.
them whole?
Swallowing them
Kronos.
whole
Whole.
because
He's-
they grew
he's
up
because-
unharmed in his stomach.
Yes.
Okay.
So Zeus
And
just
then-
cut them out.
No, Zeus actually fed Kronos a mixture of mustard and wine to
Really?
make Kronos essentially puke up his siblings.
So
Oh.
like his own version of Epicac.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wonderful.
Sorry.
Jacob,
Try.
Jacob wants to
fantastic.
know, what exactly is Hades gonna do if he goes back in time?
He's gonna dethrone his brother and throw him into the underworld to rule it.
That's what he wants. If he can't do that, I mean, if he can't get Zelina, then he'd do that. He had the two options.
If he succeeds, what is this gonna change?
Oh,
Other than just Hades being in power
Everything.
of Olympus, like, how is this gonna affect the story of the show?
I think Hades would still be evil and Olympus would end up
Being the underworld?
falling.
well, I know they're not. I mean, I think they're not supposed to meddle in mankind, kind of thing. Well, Zeus and Hades is going to be like this, all up in mankind.
Well, you know what? Zeus isn't following the rules either, so
No, he's just
That's
a
because Zeus is just a horn dog.
yes.
I mean,
I think Hades is going to be like manipulating people and changing things. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't like you. Poof, you're dead. Kind of thing.
yeah.
At least Zeus is a lover, not a fighter, kind of thing.
Yeah.
He turns into animals and has sex with people. I don't know.
Yeah. So, what about Emma and Hook this episode?
what about them? There was very little of them this episode.
Very,
and
very little of them.
I mean,
I miss Hook. I love him.
yes, I miss seeing Hook. He's sassy.
Yeah.
Like I love his. I'm not complaining about not seeing Emma.
Of course
So
you're-
Of course I'm
Of course
not.
you're not.
I feel like Emma's storyline has kind of run its tail. The same thing with Snow and Prince Charming, and I think that's why there's a lot more focus on Henry and his writing.
Yeah.
And why the stories progress to focus on other
Her
characters.
character was
Jake
really interesting as the dark one, but like now that that's gone and they're just in the underworld itself is far more interesting than Emma with just a little bit of light power, you know?
Yeah. But Jacob in chat says that he loves Emma and Hook, but he's glad that they're not the focus so we can get more time for other character development, and I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, it does. I feel like Emma's kind of done.
Henry's angst.
Emma's done everything she possibly could at this point.
I am so excited that they're not focusing on them because the character development, I would even accept character development from Marion over focusing on Emma and Hook right now.
You
You
hush your
hate
mouth.
Marion.
See? And that's how, like, we know I hate Marion.
Did
even
Cora give Zelena her name? That's a good question.
The Zelena Marion, like, that's my
Yeah.
first impression. So I say Marion is a general name for the character, but I mean, I hate her more than Emma. But me saying that means, like, a hell of a lot for what's going on with the underworld. Like, I would like to see her in the underworld.
Yeah, I do love the way that they're focusing a little more on Henry because he's a little more.
He's got more power to him right now.
He's a little more focused because he is the writer, and I love the fact that he's like, it happened again. Here he brings them down the street. They're like,
can
oh,
you
it's so
pinch me?
good, but this isn't gonna help us. And he's like, well, fine, you guys go do it.
Okay, I'm awake.
Yes.
He's just all pissy, and they're like,
Are you-
what?
Do you still not believe what Nikki said?
No, I'm actually I just had Kate pinch me, and I'm actually awake right now.
Okay.
I am awake. I'm here, and I heard
He
that
is
with
a
my
fully
own.
functioning human.
I heard that with
think.
my own
Okay.
one ear.
One
Okay.
ear.
Well, I only have one headphone bud in, so
We're sharing.
yeah, we're sharing
How
headphone.
sweet.
Yes.
Gene, did you sanitize that earbud before you put it in your ear?
No.
They're siblings.
Hmm.
I'll be fine. It's just dumb.
So,
But
you
yeah,
gotta share
but
everything with your sibling.
Jacob also wants to know, did Cora give Selena her name?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because
I don't think so.
she just kind of sent Zelena off to Oz. Which kind of... Who raised Zelena in Oz?
That weird family.
Well, she
Oh,
didn't
yeah, you're right.
the hurricane picked her up and dropped her off.
I was under the assumption that, Zelena wasn't the only witch there. There's all the witches of the north, whatever. There was like a whole congregation of them, and they raised her, and she turned
No.
on them.
No, it was the
because-
family.
No.
No, we had
They
that
still-
The
family.
family with
Yeah.
the crazy-ass old man.
Oh,
Like
okay.
her dad.
And he
Dad.
like treated her like terrible and like repressed her from using magic and all that.
Right.
But
Okay.
there was all witches, and they treated her nicely, and they invited her in, and she went batshit crazy.
Okay. So that's where I'm getting the whole like
Yeah.
coven of witches thing. Okay. And she was
So-
already
Because
crazy at that
it
point.
was-
So it was
The
the
witch-
family in Oz that gave her name.
Probably.
The witch, she was Witch of the North. She was frozen in the ice or something. She had the other medallion.
Right.
That's
And
how she got.
I really like the story that they're doing with Oz, and I'm glad that we finally have some time to go back and revisit it well after, we had the whole Oz
2
story.
seasons later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like longer than 2 seasons
Well,
because
because Oz was the second half of season 3.
yeah.
Oz was after Neverland.
Yeah, but it feels like 4 seasons because we've had 4 different storylines between
Yeah,
them,
right.
Yeah.
Each half
I
a
also
season.
noticed that Hades uses the same line to anyone that sends him bodies or people. You've sent me quite a few people. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. He
Yeah.
said it to Zelena. He said it to Rumpel. He's even said it to Regina.
He said it about Regina, not
You
to
said it
Regina.
about Regina that she's slacking now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like. Is
I
that
think
your-
he said
that's
it
your
about
go-to?
Cora, too.
Mm-hmm. That's his go-to line. It was like
Compliment, yeah.
almost word for word. And I was just like, heard this before.
Do you guys have anything else for this episode that you wanted to discuss?
No. I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Rachel? Kate?
I could go on forever about this episode. It would just it blew my mind. I watched it twice.
Ooh.
There really was a lot going in this
There,
episode,
it
and
was so
it wasn't
detailed.
it wasn't too much either. That's
Right.
the thing.
Because it
loved
gave us a lot of information on things that we've been wondering about versus focusing on Emma and Snow White and Prince Charming. It focused on a lot of other aspects of the story that I think are going to be really integral going forward, especially ending this season and starting the next one.
And now they know where the elevator to the underworld is because Belle saw it. So we know that's going to play a role in all that.
Well, because they want to face Hades.
Of course.
Daniela is excited for Emma and Regina's witchery team next episode.
Which we're going to check out.
Yeah, next episode is called Her Handsome Hero. Belle turns to Rumpelstiltskin with the hope of finding a way to protect their child from Hades. However, they disagree over whether to use dark magic, as Belle forbids Rumpelstiltskin from using his powers for evil.
Again.
Meanwhile, Hades secretly meets with Gaston in the underworld and encourages him to seek revenge on Rumpelstiltskin. As the heroes try to find a way to defeat Hades, Emma has a terrifying nightmare that she realizes is beginning to come true. And in flashbacks, Belle and Gaston meet for the first time, but their blossoming romance comes to a halt on the eve of the Ogre Wars.
So they're going to revisit when Belle left her family. Which I think is going to be good because that was it was a small part in one episode, but it was such a huge change.
I like their flashbacks have been lately been better, and they've been more relevant than they have been in the past, and so I actually look forward to them now.
Well, if you think about it, the ones in the past built a lot going forward because you know, if we didn't have that one piece of that episode where Belle went to the castle, now, you know, it probably wouldn't make a lot more sense this upcoming episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm excited. This is gonna be I'm not
I assume all the stuff that Chad's mentioning about next episode is in the promo, which I didn't get a chance to watch this time. Okay. So I'm just going off the synopsis, and it looks really interesting.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely going to be interesting. Jake says that he likes that we have two people whom do seem to actually have feelings for each other because of who they are and not because they want to fix the other. And
are we talking about Gaston or?
No.
I would think Hades and Zelina.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they're not trying to change each other. They like each other for who they are, which is, I think that's what I get almost that conflict in, because they like each other for who they are. It's kind of different. It's almost refreshing.
Yeah, except I think we're
Hades
under
is full of shit.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying he's not full of shit, but
yeah, we're under the assumption that he's playing her.
Second.
But Jacob gives the ship name #HelloWicked. I like that.
Hello, Wicked.
I like that.
That works.
That's great. But yeah, I think that about wraps this up. Nikki, over there, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. Clio, where can the people find you?
They can find me at Clio Moto on Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest.
Excellent. Rachel, where can the people find you?
you can find me on Twitter at Savannah17, which is like them.
They can find me on your couch.
Okay. You could redirect any questions to Kate here at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM, which is mine.
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
You can find us all and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here
I need to get on that with the cat pictures. I really do.
Yeah, and hold on. MySpace.
Give me a hold of.
That's all I need to do is I take a drink. And right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week. See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
I know. I put on MySpace all the cat pictures dressed up like different people from the shows be.
Does Facebook
does
like MySpace still actually exist as a thing?
It actually is a thing. We actually made one, but we never logged in past the day we made it.
I kind of want to.
That's the joke of the cough.
That's why I was like, I want to just put cat pictures on it.
I kind of want to go back and find my login information Just
Yeah.
because, oh, Jesus Christ, some of the pictures that I'm sure are up there. You know, the standard, like, flip phone, like...
The bathroom
mirror.
selfie.
Yes, the bathroom selfies, all day.